Wrestling with Johnny Gargano, and you are listening to the Bob Culture Podcast.
Nothing between the lines of the page or at a time. Forgiveness is for angels, but this angel fell out of line. That's it, no second chance or redemption can be found. 'Cause you can't have the devil and the devil is running you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very special episode of the BCP. Very excited, I guess, is the word we'll use today, to welcome in a former guest of the show. He is, number 485. He might have told you about it on the PWI 500 list. I heard the rates going up on Boujii. That's what I heard. As seen on AEW Dark, a former IWA Breakthrough champion. Please welcome back to the show, someone who's always got a lot to say, my favorite person of all time, Mr. Jay Boujii. Boujii.
No, you know what? I'm actually going to give you your flowers because you did a great job at introducing me. So you didn't miss anything except for the fact that I not only beat your girlfriend, but I beat your girlfriend in front of you. So try not to miss that next time, okay?
So Boujii, I'm just gonna say this once, Boujii, you going for the low hanging fruit here. Yeah, we've been tight. We've had our differences. Mm-hmm. You're getting personal early, man. You have a lot to say. There's a lot going on for you. You deserve a lot of props, man. I'll give you your props, man. I have a lot of questions, but
thank you.
Let's just talk, man. You're going after my relationship. You're going after my girl. Yeah, I get it, man. You won the match. Close fist. I'm just saying, Boujii. I don't want to get hot. I
won the match. You don't want to get hot. I don't want to get hot. So you know what? Let's continue. What are some questions that you have? Talk to me, Bobby. Hey, first of all, happy birthday, because today's your birthday. I don't care what Facebook said. I don't care what gift you got, what everyone else did to you. Today's your birthday. So happy birthday.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Boujii. And thank you again for slamming my girlfriend's head on the commentary table right in front of me and taunting me. I'm not gonna resort to violence, dude. I'm a role model. I got people that look up to me. I'm a journalist, man. That ain't my. All right, you're right.
All I'm saying is that me smashing your girl's head on a table is live and on demand on IWTV. So if you think about it, it's a gift that keeps on giving. You can go back to it whenever you want.
Oh, Boujii.
Just for you. But come on.
Impartial journalist. Okay.
You're doing great.
Boujii, I will say this. I am glad to have you on the show. And dude, we've always had a good relationship and had good times, man. But there's a lot going on, man. Yeah, you've gotten these accolades. I'm gonna calm down. You've gotten these accolades, man. You made the list. Congratulations. PJ had some comments about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. You're getting a lot of shine, man. Deservedly so. I'll give you that, man. Deservedly so. But do you think for a second, man, we know you're split from Takeover. Your attitude towards me has kind of changed. Your attitude towards your former teammates has changed. I'm just not trying to psychoanalyze here, man, but what's going through your head, man? Because I always pay attention to how people handle success, man. And I don't know if I like this new Boujii, bro.
You see, that's the thing. That's the problem. You guys are talking about a new Boujii when this has always been Boujii. You see, the issue is that, Bob, you didn't believe in me. You didn't. You didn't think I could do it. You didn't. A lot of people didn't believe in Boujii. Why? Because everybody was so happy to be on PJ's back, to be on the Savage train, to want to say Savage is our guy, Savage is this, Savage ain't shit. That's the reality of the situation. And then you try to attest my attitude to my new success and to all these other things, when the bottom line is that it's always been me. It's always been Boujii. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the show that essentially made your friend PJ Savage, which I'm trying to figure out why you had him on here first and you didn't come to me first, which is why I say you're part of the problem, Bob.
I'm just asking the questions, man. Say what you got to say, Boujii.
You go to Takeover versus SCP, right? You were there, right?
I was there. I was calling the matches. Man.
You was calling the match. So you know who won that night, right? And who didn't win that night, right?
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. Okay.
So did the faceless ones win?
Boujii won.
Boujii won. Thank you. I know that. Did they win? I need you to answer with a yes or a no.
No.
Okay. Did PJ Savage win?
No.
No. But who won?
Boujii. Boujii won.
Boujii won. And this is the thing where it's like I was here when Savage was on here talking and Mac was talking and everything, and Savage said something that it perplexes me every single time when he's like he didn't get any opportunities, he wasn't given anything. I gave you Shane Taylor, literally. There would have been no Takeover versus STP without Jay Boujii. The tweet was from Rev Ron Hunt to face Jay Boujii. But what did Boujii do? Boujii sacrificed himself, sacrificed his lone moment to share it with his brothers. PJ Savage has never done that. PJ Savage will never do that. Why? Because PJ is all for self. Tell me, did PJ ever stop wearing PJ Savage shirts to start wearing Takeover shirts? No, he never did. Who were the ones that pushed the brand Takeover more than anybody? Me, at the head of it, and the faces ones. It was us, and it pains me. It pains me so much that Jacko had to be the one. It pains me that he had to be the one because I love Jacko. I love him a lot. And it just hurts, but he doesn't listen. He doesn't open his eyes. See, a lot of people don't know is that we've been fighting for a while. When I say fighting, I mean PJ and his goddamn ego have been fighting amongst us within the Takeover because he thinks it's his say. He thinks what he does is gold. He thinks this and that. He tries to belittle people. He told Jacko he wasn't doing his part. He was dead weight. And that was something I never forgave him for. Jacko might have. Face, well, we don't know nothing about face, but me, I took that very personal. This is real shit right here, about real shit. And that was a very opening moment for me that you would go that far to say that to one of your brothers. You know, PJ goes around and says we have a hive mind. Hive mind. We all think alike. It's bullshit. It's whatever he thinks. And then he tries to push that on. And then perfect example, right? You start off by saying I was an IWA breakthrough champion. I'm not an IWA no more. You know this, Bob.
I see you. Yeah, you're not on the poster for this.
Yeah, I'm not. Why am I not there? Because the man in charge is way too emotional and can't take being corrected. I told him something that was very true, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the numerous posters where Jerry was there. Jerry's not Takeover. And I told him that. Said Jerry's not Takeover. No, Jerry is Jerry. Jerry is his own entity. Do not brand him as Takeover. And he took that as me trying to tell him how to run his promotion when I was looking out for a friend. I was looking out for Jerry. Why? Because it's not fair to Jerry to be in the shadow, which is like the word of the damn month right now, shadow of Takeover. Let Jerry be Jerry. I wanted Jerry to be Jerry. But who didn't like that? The man who ordered 5-6 different belts for a company over and over, him, he took that as me telling him how to run his promotion instead of actually going out there, letting the talent do what they do and paying the talent how they should be paid. But no, we're going to get a bunch of belts. That's what we're going to do. But I was wrong for that. So throughout all that, when things that people don't like about Boujii, who do they go to? They go to PJ Savage. Why? Is he my damn babysitter? No, I am a grown-ass man, Bobby. Bobster, me. Boujii is a grown man and he is on PWI. I am number 485. You respect me as such. And then I know Mac said something like, oh, yeah, kid, I was never on the 300s. Well, when's the last time you've been acknowledged or anything, Mac, instead of, other than Titan? Huh, Mac? You had a lot of slick comments about that. And do not forget, Mac, understand, I respect you. Don't get me wrong. I respect you. Mac is actually one of the few people, one of the few vets that has come up to me and has had shared conversation with me and gave me advice. Unlike other ones who think I'm a MFer, who think I'm this and that. No, Mac has came up to me. We've had conversations. And I told him I'm going to straight up slap you in the face. And that's what I did on his 25th anniversary, which is why I was his hand-chosen opponent. But the people there, they don't want to see me there right now. Well, at least the guy who used to do the lights. But nonetheless, Mac, you had a lot to see there, and I cannot wait till I see you again. Because I'll be back there. I'm going to be back there at some point. Trust I am. And I don't care what you got going on with PJ, which I heard PJ lost. Whoop, big surprise.
Wow.
I wasn't pinned. Mac didn't pin me. Actually, Mac was pinned in that match. The takeover. The faceless ones came out there and they pulled me out and they said, no, today's not the day. You deserve your one-on-one match. So, Mac, next time you speak of me, because I know you speak of me whenever you need some more hits on your social media, because that's what Jay Boujii does. Jay Boujii brings the clout, he brings the eyes, he brings everything. Next time you speak of me, address me properly. And I love you. I love you. Thank you for the free shout out during your own podcast. I love you, Mac. Thank you. But when you do speak of me, address me as such, as Mr. PWI 485, no matter what the number is. I am one of the top 500 wrestlers in the world, something that you are not recognized at right now.
Wow. Well, Boujii, I appreciate you opening up. I think, a lot of what you're saying, maybe you guys could have kept behind closed doors, but I'm not going to lie. I heard some rumblings. At the end of the day, man, I'll call it down the middle, dude. I get what you're saying in terms of like, hey, like, do I have to answer to someone in my career? Do I have to answer this? I get that. At the end of the day, in this business, all y'all are competing for the same spot at the end of the day. That being said, though, I remember a day when PJ Savage introduced me to you. I remember a day PJ Savage said, hey, get this kid on your show. He's always looked out for you too, man. So I don't know what went through your head through that decision. And I'll also say this, man, I did believe in you. I'm not saying I don't. I'm not saying I don't believe in you, man. We just have personal stuff. But that being said, man, I'm not saying I didn't believe in you, man. I believed in all y'all. When you formed Takeover, you guys grabbed the bull by the horns. You made stuff happen, all y'all. I watched it. It was incredible. Mac was even talking about it. You guys made a lot of noise. Like
Mac was talking, but Mac was talking that you don't need those guys. You don't need this. They're holding you back. This, and that, all this stuff.
Fair enough.
The reality of the situation was that PJ wasn't ready to face Mac on his 25th. I was. Who was the most ready one when it came down to when Mac looked at everything? When Mac said someone didn't need somebody, that said person he's talking about with PJ was not ready to get in the ring with him. He did not believe in PJ's ability to bring out the best in Mac, which is why he called upon me. And then unfortunately, a dark horse reared its ugly head. And
fair enough.
That. So
fair enough. I'll say this though, Boujii. Not to interrupt you, but I'll call it down the middle, man. I did believe in all y'all, and you all formed Takeover. You made a lot of noise. I didn't like the way you guys handled business. You guys are involved in nearly every single match at IWA. Like I said to PJ, I thought you guys were going to be ripping tickets, selling popcorn, wearing the ref. In fact, I think you did have some refs for Takeover. You guys were all over the place. It was crazy. The inmates were literally running the asylum. You guys made a lot of noise. I didn't think you guys needed that. I think you guys were talented, all y'all, all four of you, on your own to do a lot. And that being said, Boujii, you've gotten a lot of props lately. And so quickly, as soon as you got those props, you took the L to the goons. We saw how it went down. And just like that quickly, peace, I'm out. I'm doing my own thing. Fine. I think it's a bad look for the business. I think it's a bad look from outsiders looking in. But I'll say this. If anyone can make it work, you probably can.
Not probably. I am making it work and it will work. And then back to what you said with IWA, we did what we wanted to do there. And for what it's worth, they are still going to do what they want to do. It's going to become a house that becomes synonymous with the name Takeover. Although I do not want to be associated with that name in any of the slightest bit, because that variation of Takeover from when we got there and a little bit on and a little bit before that is not what Takeover was. It's not what we started for. Of course, PJ's ego gets in his way where he loves to be on a phone call with promoters. He loves to be on Zoom calls with them. He loves to do all this other stuff with these guys. And it's just like, why are you kissing so much ass? He said you kiss ass to get on PWI. That's cap. Let's look at it. PJ has faced Shane Taylor, Chris Dickinson, right? He faced them, right?
Yep.
Wrecking Ball Legursky. Who else has he faced that's been someone that's been fed to him by Titan and a bunch of other places? Oh, he's faced numerous Mexican stars.
He faced Lashley back in the day.
PJ has done it all, but has never been ranked on PWI. Why? Because maybe they understand that PJ's the one that's submitting his own application and trying to kiss their ass. Maybe that's what it is there. Wow. PJ said that he never got opportunities. I just named every opportunity you ever had and you fumbled it. I had one match, Bobby. One match with a TV star that never even wrestled on TV for them.
Fair.
And what did I do? I made it. Takeover versus SCP. We all know what the real main event was there. Rev Ron Hunt versus Jay Boujii in a Bodega Street fight. Listen, I could be main event if I was 200 pounds too. There's nothing to it. There's nothing to being 200 pounds at almost 6 feet. But could PJ Savage do what Jay Boujii does? Could he do it at my size, at my level, and how I am? Hell no. He can't. PJ is the standard 80s, 90s wrestler that all these promoters love. That's all it is. That's all that he is. But he also talked down on me and my accomplishments. He said that, I was on AEW. I got jobbed out by Dalton Castle. That is very incorrect. And if anyone got jobbed out, he did. Did you not see that brother go to sleep at Pro Wrestling Magic to Steve Pena in New Jersey? I had thousands of people watching me. Thousands. I went to it with a world champion in the ring with them.
It was a nice penalty kick. I'll give you that. It was a nice penalty kick.
Thank you. People's been talking about that ever since. Ever since then. No one's talking about that nap that he took, though. Why? Because, there goes PJ. He went to sleep. And then to what you're saying, you say we didn't have to do what we had to do at IWA. None of us got involved in his match when he took a nap. This is just real shit, though. This is just real shit. That's all.
You feel that they need you, but you don't need them.
1,000%. I'm the one who put us on the map as it is. Who have you seen push this brand more than me? Not Jacko. Jacko's a family man. He's at home. He likes his leisure time. He likes it. Face, we don't ever know what Face is doing.
That's fair.
We don't ever know.
You and Face are still. I mean, you said that Invictus. Face, you're cool, man. There's no bad blood there, I guess.
Face and I have a unique agreement, partnership, relationship, whatever you want to call it, and it is not Takeover associated. He can still do his thing with Jocko. Like I said, I hate that it had to be Jocko. We'll talk when we talk. If he wants to continue to do things with Savage, he can. But Face understands what it is to be with Jay Boujii. He's a very smart individual that not a lot of people think he is. Face is more than a brute. Like,
that guy scares me, bro. He scares me, bro.
People, but if you can put Face in there with anybody, it'll be a clinic. It'll be a classic. But some people don't believe, and I see that because a lot of people don't believe in me. And I see how they treat Face. I said, Face, hear me out.
Interesting.
We'll
keep tabs on that. We'll see how that plays out. I don't want it to be all about Takeover. Obviously, you've drawn lines in the sand. You've left that behind you. But I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this one. You guys don't book the show. Well, sometimes you guys do book the shows. Let's be real. Do you want a match with PJ? Is that something that kind of settles it all, or is it something where you just line in the sand, like a bad breakup? I'm going to leave this behind me and move forward.
PJ wants a match with Boujii. That's really what it's like. Let's change this narrative. I am not in that man's shadow. I'm not. And I can put blame on myself for saying, because I was very passionate at Invictus. And you say the cliche lines, but the reality of it is that PJ started doing things for PJ selfishly. And we noticed that. I noticed it at least. So he knew what was happening. He knew the storm that was coming. He's seen the people that got behind me. The night of Takeover versus STP is when he knew, oh shit, Boujii's coming. It's not just me. I can't just go out there and yell savage and hit a knee. I got to do more. I got to put out these promos. I got to go find a good cameraman with great camera quality. I got to go do these type of things. This Boujii's coming. You
Interesting.
understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying there? Like his most successful moment that he has had this year, most recognized, is winning the Invictus social media, not the social media, but the Invictus Cloud for Cloud briefcase to challenge for the social media championship. Who practically handed him that briefcase? Me, him and I, at the top of it. His big ass is scared of heights. So you know what, whatever, I got it. I sacrificed myself to ensure that he won, to ensure that the briefcase was in Takeover.
Do you feel that you deserve that briefcase?
100%.
Interesting. That could be very
100%. That briefcase realistically belongs to me.
Very interesting. And last thing I'll say about PJ and all this stuff, and we'll move forward, man. And I appreciate you talking about this, Boujii. It's interesting to see where y'all are coming from, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, you're all competing for the same spot. But PJ did he took some jabs. I mean, you guys both did. And I understand, you guys can't get each other's names out of your mouth. I'll say that. I'm just calling it down the middle. But he said, how you got to A or B or however. He kind of insinuated it wasn't clean or there was some politicking, which, let's be real, is a big part of this business, is networking and politicking and all that sort of stuff, man. Any comment on PJ's jabs about you, kind of maybe taking the low road to the top or whatever he's trying to imply there?
The biggest politicking in professional wrestling right now on the indies is PJ Savage.
Wow.
The biggest one ever. Why do you think people go to him and talk bad about me to him? Why do you think Boujii's not at certain places? They go to PJ, like, how you feel about Boujii? Boujii this, Boujii that. If supposedly, as a brother that he claims to be, if he was really that guy, Boujii would be everywhere, right? These promoters wouldn't be in their group chat going crazy talking about Boujii like they're the damn Illuminati. No. Boujii would be there, but Boujii's not there, which is okay because Boujii's gonna be Boujii regardless. Boujii doesn't need to kiss ass to get anywhere or to beg to get inside somewhere. I'd be like, hey man, can't wait to work with you. I don't need to do that. My work speaks for itself. So, like I said, the biggest politicker in the indies is PJ Savage. This is just real shit here. And have I done things to get to the top? Absolutely. He would do the same thing if you ask him. Maybe 25 years from now, he and I are sitting somewhere on the beach. We're doing a podcast, and we're just telling a story about how everyone on the indies is idiots. We was always running it. We was behind it the whole time. Maybe we'll do that. Who knows? But for right now, biggest politicker out here.
All right, Boujii. Well, you seem pretty confident. I mean, that's never changed, man. But getting away from Takeover, you're leaving that behind you. We'll see what happens with PJ moving forward. You mentioned Face earlier. I'm interested to see how that relationship plays out. But Boujii, you're in a good spot in terms of the stats. I'm a stats guy. I'm not going to lie. You made the PWI 500. It's a huge milestone in your career. Appearing on AEW Dark, that's amazing. Boujii, you're on your own now. You're doing your own thing. You are being the best version of yourself, as you say. What do you need right now? Is it heavyweight gold? Is it targeting someone? Is it a long-term feud? What does Boujii need right now?
Boujii needs whatever he wants whenever he wants it. So kind of right now, I want that Grand Dragon Championship at BCW.
Wow.
100%.
Good answer.
100%. They're like, I've already made my debut. I am the strongest person in that company right now. Look at me. I have the professional of all professionals, AJ Pan, in my pocket.
Oh, gosh.
I have him with me. I have Face with me. Still. I have Face with me. And I have the most beautiful woman ever, Shayla, with me. I go to sleep with a model every night and wake up to her. I have a hitman of sorts in Face on speed dial if I need something done. If I need to be a professional, I have AJ Pan there. Nobody here is stronger than me right now. I'm the most dangerous person in this game because this is a game. Do you watch Game of Thrones, Bobby?
I do. You got me, Pat. I watch Game of Thrones. Yeah.
You know the Game of Thrones. You know the game that is played, and nobody's playing that better than me. I'm the most hated person out here. Why? Because I am real. I am real, and I will not just subdue myself to be a yes man or to be a whipping boy, or wherever the case may be. That will never be me. And people don't like that I stand on my own 2 feet, because that makes me dangerous. That makes me powerful. That makes me someone who just can't be controlled.
Do
And
you do you,
that's
do you care what your peers think or your colleagues think? Because I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of, hey, Boujie's gonna do his own thing. Boujie's gonna, I got people, that, man. I hear it left and right.
listen,
Do you think it rubs people the wrong way in the business, your peers?
listen, I don't give a damn about the peers, because first of all, I'm here to make money.
Fair
Right.
enough.
I'm here to make money. Um, Two, I don't give a damn about most of these promotions here, because again, I'm here to make money. And I have more followers on them on my own personal Instagram than they have on their own. My girl is a social media ambassador. She has 13K over here, bro. No one can touch us, bro. My goal right now is the big time, the contracts, the lights, the people, and getting the money. I want money. I want to get paid. I want to get paid. And in a previous podcast that I had did, I
Please.
said that a lot of people want fame, right?
Yeah.
Fame, money, cars, everything. To an extent, I want money because I want to get paid for what I do. I'm going to make people a lot of money. A lot of promotions out here will make a lot of money if they just did business with Jay Boujii. But that's another story. People want to be famous. I want to be infamous, Bobby. Why? Because when you're infamous, nobody can say that you did things for someone else, or that you did things by the book of sorts. You understand that? When you're infamous, people talk about you a lot more than the fame. Because when you're famous, when you want fame, you want people to say, "Hey, he's my guy. Hey, he's cool. Hey, he accepts everything that the people say." But no, when you're infamous, you stand alone. You're on your own 2 feet, and you're unforgettable. Because people want to be remembered. I don't want to be remembered, Bobby. I want to be unforgettable. There's a difference. There's a difference. It's gonna fly over a lot of people's heads. Wants to be unforgettable in this game.
Well, we'll see what happens, Bougie. You certainly have a lot on your plate. But that being said, I'm a stats guy, and right now the stats are certainly in your favor. It's going to be interesting to see where you go from here. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask this one, Bougie. I got to ask you, man. Congrats, AEW, man. It's a huge milestone. Tell us a little bit about that experience working with Dalton, what that experience was like for you.
AEW was. Let me decompress a little bit, because you get me very upset. Like, I hate looking at your face sometimes. Like, it gets me so bothered. And that stupid haircut. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
Thanks so much for that. Yeah.
No, I'm apologizing to myself. I'm not apologizing to you. But yeah, let me continue. AEW was I guess you say was a catalyst in this behavioral change that some people say. Outside of wrestling, the character and everything, every wrestler thinks they know or think they have the idea of what they want or what a company wants. No matter if you're going there as enhancement talent, a security guard, or if you're on a one-off, whatever the case may be. When you get there, you see what it is. It's very different, obviously, of course, but it's very different from the local stuff. The production is crazy. Like, everything's so meticulous. Learning how to work in front of thousands of people, learning how to work TV, being TV ready, it's so different, and I feel like it's sometimes a statement that is overused, and a lot of people don't know what it means. Gotta say, yeah, you gotta get TV ready, you gotta work this camera, do this and do that. Until you're in that ring, in that environment, you don't know what that is, at least in my opinion. Working with Dalton, it's not the first time I worked with Dalton, because I've worked with Dalton before. Working with Dalton was something that it was refreshing, very refreshing, because you have a guy who's been a world champion, who's traveled the world, who's known everywhere, and people are clamoring to see more of him. And he should be displayed more. He should be out there far more than what he is, and getting to work with that at that level. Even if it is only 7 minutes, it's different. You're not the same person you was before you went out there. It's totally different. the locker room itself is cool, very laid back, and everybody's watching. Everybody's watching. There's an area set up for people to watch there. I came back. William Regal had watched my match.
That's
I'm there. Whoa, like what? And
good person to have watch your match. Yeah.
100%. And unfortunately, I didn't get to speak to him because everybody was trying to speak to him, which is expected. But it's like I know he was watching, and nothing bad was said, nothing good was said. So I still got a lot. I still got work to do. Where it's like, okay, we'll do something. Did people like that Pele? People love that Pele back there. They loved it. I spoke with Mark Henry. I spoke with
good guy to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark gave me a formula. He gave me some keys that I think could definitely.
Okay.
He gave me some keys. I spoke with Keith Lee, swell dude, amazing guy, especially because I did work with Shane, so he was cool on that. He's like, all right, that's what's up.
Cool.
Dustin Rhodes, that was a big one for me. Of course, Captain Sean Dean, who's like the guy who like really be out there scouting and watching everything. He gave me some really good feedback. I think the craziest part of that whole experience was looking over my shoulder and seeing Sting, face painted up, everything, just like, whoa, that's Sting.
Yeah.
Like I know you say that people have like a larger than life presence. Sting. 100% Sting. It's like, whoa. Like, I can only imagine what people say when they talk about The Undertaker, because Sting was just like radiating, bro. He wasn't even doing nothing. He was just chilling in his t-shirt, glove.
I believe it.
Just chilling. It's like, oh, damn, like, that's Sting.
Dude, well, I'll tell you what, Boujii. And again, calling it down the middle, I'll give props. I'll give credit where credit's due. Good for you. The fact that the names that you listed spoke to you and took the time to speak to you, because I'm appreciative of what AEW does for you guys. Seeing so many of our friends on there and getting that opportunity. And then the backstage stuff that you were nice enough to share, talking to the likes of Mark Henry, Keith Lee. That's amazing, Boujii. But I'll ask you this one, and I'm not doing the fantasy booking, who do you want to fight thing. I'm saying this because this can happen. We got Vinny Pacifico taking on Matt Sydal, Pro Wrestling Magic. We have Alex Ryman taking on Sonny Kiss. This can happen. These AEW talent are everywhere, especially in the Northeast. Who do you want to fight? Was there anyone in that locker room you're like, I want this fight?
There's a couple of them. The first name for sure that pops off is Swerve.
Yeah.
Because we spoke before, like in May, and a lot of people, like, when I think it might have been with you where I had the podcast with too, where people's like, oh, you should be in Hit Row, you and Swerve or this and that. And I'm just like, nah, like, if I'm in Hit Row gonna join me. From what I said, but I'm actually very cool with AJ Francis right now, cool dude. But Swerve, gotta go out with Swerve. Too many people done said it for it not to happen. Bryan Danielson for sure. I seen him back there. His warm up is so sick, bro.
Yeah,
sick. It's sick because it's so simple, But it's like, oh, I see why. Why are you crying? I have a dog. I have two dogs actually. Relax.
I love doggies, man. I'm a big dog guy. But that's awesome for you, Boujii, man. I would love to see that. Yeah, Swerve is just amazing right now. And I believe and I'll put you over here, Boujii. You're doing a little bit of music as well, too, right?
I just dropped the album, Ain't No Phase. It's just speaking to how I feel. I feel like a lot of people think that I'm just a young kid that's just loud, saying what he says because he's young and he knows he has time. I'm just gonna be a flash in the pan, blah blah blah, all this other nonsense, hoopla. And it's like, nah, like, this is legitimately Ain't No Phase. Like, I'm not just here just for a moment. For me, I will not end up like PJ Savage being one of the greatest New Jersey wrestlers out here ever. No, I am here to go on to make a lot of money, to travel the world, and to be the greatest ever, because I'm the best. There's no one better than me. I believe that. Why do I say that? Because I am being me. A lot of people aren't themselves. They aren't. I am me through and through, no matter the situation. And that's what makes me the best. I don't waver. I don't fold. I don't do anything. So I'm the best out here. Straight like that. And then the music is just a help because it's another form of expression. If people were smart, they would know a lot more if they just go listen to music. But a lot of people don't listen to music; they just hear music. You listen to music. I've been giving y'all hints, dropping dimes and everything. But
Interesting. Well, guys, check that out. Boujii, I want to be respectful for your time, man. I appreciate you opening up about everything, man. I appreciate you being somewhat civil about everything, man.
listen, the worst thing you have going on for yourself right now is your haircut. You're doing pretty good otherwise. I did beat your girlfriend and you did ask
come on,
me
Boujii.
about it. But yeah, I think you're on the up. You're on the up, Bobby. Is that your name, Bob? Are you Bob? Are you really Bob? Like, what's your middle name actually? What is your middle name?
Don't worry. I'm not giving you that ammunition, Boujii. I'm trying to be cool here, man. Look, I'm legit was happy for you. All the opportunities you get. I don't like the way you treated Vicky. I don't like the mind games. That's what you do. I think you're looking out for yourself, man. I really do, and I get it. In this business, you are, man. But there's such a thing as being overconfident, bro. And just be careful, man. You're gonna rub some people the wrong way.
Haven't found the person to step to me yet. So till then, Bobby, I'm gonna keep on being me. I'm gonna keep on being Mr. PWI 485. Top 500 wrestler in the world. Something your favorite wrestler probably can't say, maybe, but it's neither here or there.
Well, Boujii, like we always do here, we always put everyone over, our favorite people here. Tell everyone where they can follow you on social media and follow your career without Takeover.
So you can follow me on social media at Boujii, J, the letter J, Boujii. Make sure to go type that on IWTV and go to Smash Master Wrestling where you can see me beat his girlfriend up. Definitely that. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. My girlfriend's on TikTok too. Make sure to go follow my girlfriend on Instagram. Her Instagram's got deleted. Sheila's Gallery. Follow her on TikTok at Sheila's Archive. Everything. Yeah, just get out. Just go. I got this. Don't worry about it. Damn, man. Jesus, that damn haircut is the worst. But yeah, everybody. Let's just talk about me. I beat his girlfriend. I absolutely right in front of him. He did nothing about it. It's a shame that she lives with such a coward like him. But it is what it is. Not everybody can be Boujii, let's look at his posters too. Jesus Christ. Wow, Bob Culture. Why, like, you've never seen any of those people on there. I don't know why that's there. What award is that? You did that yourself? What did you get? Jackass of the Year? Huh? Is that what you got? Jesus Christ. Where's your co-host actually? Where's that guy? I like him. This is crazy, man. Oh man, this is so bad. Oh, but yeah. Boujii everywhere. Bob, come back, Bob. Come end this. Get me off.